Alright, I want to start this off with a little confession. I never liked the So Def sound. When Jermaine Dupree was popping back in the 90s and the early 2000s, I really wasn't feeling it. And it's not that I didn't particularly care for the artist, even though one in particular I just didn't like, and that was Jagged Edge. Want to know why I didn't like Jagged Edge? Because people were actually trying to say that Jagged Edge was better than 112. And I'm sorry, that don't fly. Not in this dojo. I actually used to date, well, not really date, but smash this girl who tried to tell me how Jagged Edge had the better catalog, and they were actually, 112 and Jagged Edge were actually touring together at the time. And so she pulls up this the flyer, and 112 is headlining, where Jagged Edge is a what's the name, is one of the warm up acts. So yeah, that ends that argument, but I'm rambling a little bit. This is being brought to us from people. Cardi B claps back at Jermaine Dupree for calling today's female hip-hop stars strippers rapping. Which, if you know Cardi B and you know her history, it's pretty ironic she's the one that's taking offense to this, because she's a stripper, right? I feel they're all rapping about the same thing. I don't think they're showing us who's the best rapper, Dupree told people of today's female rappers. This is written by Robin Merritt, and as you could probably guess, people is insanely left, and they're definitely going to have this tint or this silt of female empowerment and all this other nonsense in here. But let's get into the article. Actually, before that, let's see what Cardi B had to say. Really quickly, I cannot stand this woman's voice. It is like nails on a chalkboard. But I do this for you guys.
This brain, you know what I'm saying? And second of all, it's because it seems like that's what people want to hear. I ain't even gonna fuck.
That's Cardi B clapping back at Jermaine Dupree's comments he made to me on our show Thursday. So Jermaine praised Dupree for breaking the mold for female rappers. And when I asked him who he thought was changing the game today...
MC Lyte? That rings a bell. Queen Latifah? I mean, let's be real. There's been female rappers before the Brat, alright? I mean, the Brat was his star. That's why Jermaine Dupree is kind of pushing it the way he is, because the Brat was 130% so deaf. But I tell you, I did not like the sound back in the day.
He referred to female artists as strippers rapping.
Yeah, well, Cardi did not like that whatsoever, and she posted 2 video responses on Instagram calling out Dupree and others for not supporting women who rap about non-sexual stuff. Whatsoever. And she posted 2 video responses on Instagram calling out Dupree and others for not supporting women who rap about non-sexual stuff. Watch this.
Let me tell you something. When I did Be Careful, people was talking mad.
Oh my God. I cannot stand her voice. And I like just the way she speaks is the worst. It really is. I thought. Come on.
In the beginning, like, what the is this? This is not what I expected. I expected this. I expected that. So it's like, if that's what people ain't trying to hear, then all right, then I'm gonna start rapping about my again. And second of all, there's a lot of female rappers that be rapping their off and don't be talking about their and don't be talking about, you know, getting down and dirty. And y'all
don't been talking about. And when she says y'all, I can't help but feel like she's talking about like the industry. Because as far as the streets are concerned, the streets are a completely different ball game than they were a few years ago. There's literally nothing that these female artists can like really do outside of push and promote their sexuality. But when she says y'all, I don't think she's speaking more to the executives and more to those who have their own agendas to push, not real artistry. That's why underground rap will always remain king as far as getting conscious messages out there, because we've known this since, you know, the late 90s, that this was primarily just the meat market.
Be supporting them.
I love that she addressed this. I mean, support these ladies, everyone.
Absolutely. I love that Cardi.
Okay, we haven't seen these 2 ladies, but yeah, definitely. This is definitely hip hop's base right here. Support these ladies, everyone. Do you hear this nonsense? Oh, because there's a female rapper. Like, honestly, that's really where y'all at with the industry. If y'all sat there and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna do a whole album about church, because Kanye did it. Kanye did a whole damn near a whole album about church. Shoot, Snoop Dogg just got a gospel I think a BET award for a gospel album that he did. So let's not pretend as if the artists themselves, like, once they reach a certain plateau, can't make their music about something a little bit more than their sexuality. But unfortunately, that's literally what everything's about nowadays, is just people's sexuality. And it's to a point where I'm just I'm overloaded. I'm done with it.
Is at the highest height of her career, and she used this opportunity to shine a spotlight on women that are so deserving.
Really did.
So many talented artists. And listen, men rap about women, they rap about Cardi.
Hold up, because who she mentioned? I mean, we'll let this play out, but let's, like, who did she mention?
They rap about drugs.
It's a double standard.
It's a double
here.
standard. Women should be allowed.
Okay, yeah, so one's black, one's white. The black one is, I don't want to sit here and say she sounds white, because I get that a lot. But what I am saying is just that she definitely does not sound as ratchet as the Cardi B quote-unquote fan base is. So
allowed to rap about anything that they want to. There's so many divorce.
women can rap about whatever they want to either, but the deal is just that, honestly, when it comes to the industry, sex sells, and it's a meat market. Make no mistake. And it's like, oh, men are allowed to, women are allowed, like, yo, like, you can rap about whatever you want, but if you want to sit there and you want to participate in the entertainment industry, yes, it is overly sexualized. I'll definitely say that. But beyond that, it's there's choices, particularly females, and about fair, man. If you want fair, go to a place where they judge pigs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the natural order of things. Because for the most part, I mean, you could try that conscious stuff all you want, but see how your sales do.
Diverse voices out there in hip hop, and everyone should get a chance to shine.
Yeah, and this got a lot of attention online.
Absolutely.
It was trending on Twitter.
You were trending on Twitter.
Yeah, I think we're done with Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here. Deal is that it's like, yo, you are in the industry. At the end of the day, it's about making money. Okay, you want to sit there and kick your conscious stuff, by all means, Cardi B. I'd love to hear a Cardi B conscious track. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because her voice grates on me like nails on a chalkboard. So actually, no, I wouldn't. But if one were out there, that'd be nice. I'm pretty sure it'd be nice, but it wouldn't get pushed. I mean, let's be real. This is the like, people try to, like, blame society when the culprits are actually far more condensed group, which is the executives and the marketing teams and all that other stuff. So let's see if there's actually anything of any, like, this is people. It is more than likely nothing of any substance. I'm actually probably bringing the substance, because this is just garbage tier writing from People magazine. So you can't expect but so much out of People. Cardi B is firing back at Jermaine Dupree after the record producer slammed today's female hip-hop stars as stripping rappers. During the appearance on People OK, Brat was first female artist to go platinum, so We Together broke the mold. And since then, female rappers have been able to sustain and sell a lot of records. More records than guys, but before Brat, that wasn't happening, he said. So ultimately, he probably wasn't even firing off about her. When asked clearly he was in this next sentence, but I'm saying, like, his main thing was to promote his protege, who's been the Brat for like the past 20 years or so. When asked about how he feels about Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and rising star Megan Thee Stallion, Dupree didn't appear to be impressed. I really can't say. I feel they're all rapping about the same thing. I don't think they're showing us who's the best rapper. For me, it's like strippers rapping, and as far as rap goes, I'm not getting who's the best. And okay, so they just recap with the two things. What is she doing with her face? Now she got her lips pierced, and you're someone's mother. Dupree said he feels at some point female rappers are gonna have to talk about other things. She was quick to clap back, basically saying nothing at all, because that's not what she's here to do. Okay. And as far as like lyrical skill and stuff like that, who cares? She went on to explain that whenever she did put out a song that wasn't sexual, her friends weren't receptive to it. Yeah, because like your conscious ain't your thing. I think the last conscious female rapper was Queen Latifah, and even then she. You and not T.Y. When I did Be Careful, people was talking mad snap in the beginning, like, what's this? And that is not what I was expecting. Cardi set up her song, where she raps about getting her heart broken. Well, that's not really conscious. That's just you complaining into the mic. Let's be real. It's not like it's like, if that's what people ain't trying to hear, I'm going to start rapping about my pee again, she said. Cardi then explained that there are a lot of female rappers who rap their asses off, who don't talk about their pee, and y'all don't want to support them, so blame that. She's still okay. All right, so there was a second video, and she started bringing up Rhapsody, Tierra Whack, whatever the hell that word is, and Kamaya, who don't talk about the JJs. She explained she feels they don't get the recognition they deserve. Are these the artists she's talking about? Okay, cool. These girls can rap their asses off, and they don't rap about their vaginas or sucking D. A rap for Dupree did not immediately respond. Aside from being a rapper herself, has Cardi's been vocal about being a stripper. You know, we don't need to get into all that. Deal is that, yeah, they ain't going to get no play, because that's not, like, that don't sell. It's like the NBA versus the WNBA. Yeah, and honestly, I don't even want to sit here and talk about, oh yeah, who, as far as lyrically, who's dope, who's not. I haven't listened to I think I've heard like one verse from a Cardi B song, and that was a song that she did with Bruno Mars. And everything else has been via osmosis or just like in a store or something like that. And I don't listen to your lyrics because it's not made for me. So screw it. It's fine. Y'all can have it. But this idea that she's going to be all self-righteous about, you know, Jermaine Dupree being pretty much knocking it down the park. Like, come on, man. Fall back. Seriously. He gave his opinion, and his opinion, I'm more aligned with his opinion than hers. So I think that's about it. I just want to do this video for the most part because I want to put their names in the thumbnail. I mean, it's a little clickbaity, but hey, I did talk about it. I definitely talked about Cardi B and Jermaine Dupree and honestly this nonsense, because at the end of the day, it doesn't do a damn thing for anybody except for get them a little bit of attention and hopefully me a little bit of attention, because hey, this is what the YouTube game is all about. So with that being said, all the internet stuff, if you like this, like it. If you dislike it, go ahead. I ain't scared. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube definitely ain't gonna do it. And speak. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think 112? Who do you like? You know, I think that's a better comment conversation. Who do you think tops 112? Right? It definitely wasn't Jagged Edge. So if you got a better R&B group with a better catalog than 112, bring it, son. All right. And until the next video.